Bank of America, Lowe's, and the Truist Financial Corporation sponsored critical race theory training, which urges white people to, quote, cede power to people of color. It even goes as far as to say white toddlers are racist. Deroy Murdock joins me now. All right, Deroy, come on. What on earth is going on in corporate America?
It's the Bank of American wokeness, Stu. It's amazing. I think this proves that this critical race theory idea is no longer limited to our university lounges and perhaps the sociology departments. This is everywhere. This is a cancer that has metastasized across the country, even reaching the commanding heights of American enterprise. And there's so many things wrong with this notion. I mean, the idea of baby bigots and all that. Critical race theory aims essentially to drag down white people rather than bring up black people. We get a very positive discussion about tutoring, about scholarships, investing in minority enterprises, that kind of thing. But instead, so much of critical race theory is designed to humiliate, embarrass, attack, excoriate white people. And I don't see that as really a recipe for racial harmony in this country.
But it surely is divisive amongst your workforce, isn't it? I mean, how can you have people... I mean, I just don't see it. I don't see how it could possibly bring your workforce together as a positive, dynamic, active team. It surely divides, doesn't it?
I would think it would. And this isn't just a little, 1 hour speech on respecting each other and trying to be nice. This is a 21-day brainwashing seminar that goes on, and it's basically about, let's beat up on white people, make white people feel terrible, tell black people, hey, you're a loser, you're not going to make it, you're oppressed, you're a victim. This is not a good message for white people, not a good message for black people. And I can't imagine people walking out of these seminars saying, hey, Joe, let's go to lunch. I mean, I think it would leave people tense, nervous, unlikely or reluctant to shake hands across racial lines. This is not healthy. This is a social cancer. It needs to be excised and tossed on the pile of medical waste where it belongs.
Would you just give us your personal response to this as a black man in America? Tell me, how do you feel personally about it?
Oh, it makes me want to throw up. It's disgusting. It sickens me. I'm 57 years old. This country is as racially tense as I've seen it since I was born in 1963, the year before the 64 Civil Rights Act. And throughout most of my life until about 7-8 years ago, most white folks and most black folks at least try to get along. People occasionally would say the wrong thing, whatever, but I think most people were making the effort. And now you've got people on the far left trying to pull us to pieces, erase all that progress. I mean, remember, we had a black president in this country elected in 2008, reelected in 2012. He beat white folks. We've got a black vice president now. We have a black secretary of defense. Somehow black people keep succeeding, yet the critical race theory people tell us that we're too white a country for black people to succeed, and black people are just, too benighted to get ahead. It's a terrible, terrible message. It makes me sick to the stomach, and the sooner it stops, the happier I'll be.
I do have one more thing for you. You shared a photo showing Speaker Pelosi maskless at an indoor event. The photo was sent to you by someone who wants to stay anonymous. But it looks like, I'm trying to peer into it, it looks like she's not wearing a mask. She should be wearing a mask. Is it another case of rules for thee and not for me?
That's exactly right. This is House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. This was sent to the National Center for Public Policy Research, with which I'm a distinguished fellow. And this was taken at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio on Sunday, August 8th. And there again, we've got Nancy Pelosi who lectures us about masks, and you got to put your mask on. She doesn't have her mask on. So the basic idea is masks for thee, but not for me. This is the Democrat hypocrisy we see on this issue, and it's part of the reason that people listen to the various types of medical advice that are being given from Washington, D.C., and just laughing because these people they offer one bit of medical advice and then violate it. So they've lost their credibility, and a lot of people have just tuned out completely to those sorts of messages.
Deroy, good stuff. Thanks for being with us today. We do appreciate it, sir. Many thanks.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Yes, sir, I will.